to come on here and do a quick reading for you guys tonight. I'm pretty chill, as you can see. We're relaxed, we're hanging out, so you're gonna come hang out with me in the bedroom, just kind of, you know, vibey. Get something to drink, get comfortable, come hang out. We've got some messages. So we've got this fire horse energy coming in full throttle, and I heard movement, but I heard money movement. So if you've been wondering about money in your life, there is a swift movement happening in this area for a large portion of the collective. And I am feeling that it's not going to be for all of the collective, but for a large portion of the collective, there is going to be movement around money that you have been anticipating. But what it feels like is like it's not. You've been anticipating, but your soul has been. Oh, it was 111 on the timer right when I looked up. Your soul has been anticipating this increase, because that's what I heard it as at first, was an increase. This is like a spiritual increase, and not something that like you knew logically was on its way. Does that make sense? So your soul has been waiting for this. Your soul has been waiting for this. Your soul has been saying, like, the time is coming. I'm gonna take my vitamin. I just saw it and I was like, if I don't do this now, will I just look at that? I'm gonna forget to take my vitamin. You gotta take your vitamins, people. You must. You take care of yourself. It's love, health, and wealth. And health is wealth. Health is wealth. So maybe that's why that caught my eye right there. So yeah, we've got some money movement. Yeah, we've got some money coming in, but our health is our wealth. So you could have all the money in the world, and then if your physical body is out of whack, if your health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, if your health on any level is out of whack and you can't enjoy that money, what's that money going to be good for? So take care of your health, and that's going to also raise your vibration and help more of that money flow in. So money and wealth is a really high vibratory state of being. You can get money in low vibratory states of being, but it's not going to be the same kind of money. It's not going to be money that lasts. It's not going to be money that replenishes, that circulates, that continues, that grows, that bears good fruit, that can last for generations to come. It's going to be money that like comes and goes and comes and goes and leaves it, and it's hard to obtain and hard to hold on to. It's a different kind of money that would come in a lower vibratory state. Okay, so just know that there's a difference there. Let's go ahead and switch to our cards. Hi people, what's up everybody? Come on in, settle in. We've got some money movement coming in with the fire horse energy. We've got this really awesome ring of fire thing coming up soon that is bringing in these energies of, so you might be getting even like a sudden contact, and that might be the wealth that might be the thing that feels wealthy for you. There's like a sudden contact energy, somebody reaching out to you that you've been wanting to hear from, somebody that's coming in to give you a positive message, to bring you something that you've been waiting for. So it doesn't actually even have to reflect like cash money, but there's something that's gonna make you feel wealthy. Does that make sense? Hi babes. Hi. Thank you guys for being here. Love you so much. So something is gonna make you be like feeling really wealthy, like a up level in your, so wealth, when you think about wealth as an energy, okay, so like it's gonna be the things that make you feel like you're on top of the world and like you are grateful to have that thing now, right? So I'm also hearing a phone call. And what I'm doing, if anybody's wondering, the way that I do this, oh, you're so welcome. Love you. Do you do magic? I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. I do energy readings, and I do, so I use all of the different clairs when it comes to abilities. I have a little bit of all of them, is the way that this works. So you can think about like, so it's like claircognizance, clairsentience, clairaudience. The most common one would be, you know, clairvoyance, where people can see clearly, right? But there's a clear, for every sense that you can think of in a human form, there's a spiritual ability of that same nature. So 6, 7. So I use all of those abilities, and plus like remote viewing, and like clairsentience is like clear feeling. So I might feel things in my body, I might hear things, I might just get like a sudden knowing of something. Sometimes I'll pick up on different things. So we'll see what comes out. We're gonna use cards too. But I started off with getting some messages just from like a clear sense of knowing, the increase, the money movement, and that some people might be getting this phone call that is like, it's gonna make you feel wealthy. And I'm hearing the word gratitude, like you're gonna be grateful that you got this contact. Somebody's gonna contact you with something that's gonna make you feel really grateful, that you heard from them, somebody you've been waiting to hear from. It's gonna be enriching. So yes, we got the money movement energy happening, but something enriching is gonna make you feel like, I have something of value now that I didn't have before. When I got this connection, when I got this phone call, when I got this contact, this communication. And I was hearing this the last few weeks around mail, but now I'm hearing this as a phone call. So maybe somebody's been trying to get a hold of you in the mail, and now it's happening with the phone call. Now they're going to get a hold of, they haven't been successful getting a hold of you with the mail. So I did get a Wheel of Fortune, and that's just kind of like dreams coming true. This is going to be, things are happening and coming into your experience that things are going in your favor, definitely in alignment with the messages that we've been seeing here, right? An increase, things are going in your favor when maybe, especially when maybe you feel like they haven't been going in your favor before, right? And then we've got a King of Cups showing up here. And I'm reading this. This is showing up to me as, I'm feeling a sense of being alone, but not in a bad way. And like you by yourself are feeling like you've obtained something. So this is something that you're obtaining on an internal sense. Something that you're the only one that will know that you got this. Does this make sense to anybody? So like a change of heart, a change of perspective, a new mindset. You learned something, you leveled up in some way, your whole energy changed, like something, you awakened in a new way. This is going to be something that you are obtaining that is internal, that only you can feel and only you would know. You shifted in some way that other people can't see yet. This isn't something that's manifested externally yet, but this is happening. That can be the thing that's changing in your favor, and the thing that's attracting in this money movement and this gratitude energy and this person connecting and aligning with you who hasn't before. And this is going to be something that you don't want to share. This is going to be something that you don't want to bring to the attention of everybody. You're not going to want to take this public. You're not going to want to like run and tell everybody and make every phone call and tell all your friends or post this on Facebook, okay? This is going to be something that you want to keep private and to yourself. I don't know why. And if it's money, I mean, I can see why it would be money, right? A lot of people say, "What would you do if you would if you win the lottery?" Well, I wouldn't do anything different. A lot of people say that answer, right? I wouldn't do anything different. I would keep showing up at my same job with my same car. Would tell anybody I had that money because I would want to protect it, right? I wouldn't want everybody coming out of the woodworks from been like, "Hey, remember when I let you borrow that pencil in 2nd grade?" And like asking for a favor, right? Thinking that they're entitled to part of your wealth that you've acquired. So I'm seeing that we want to be hush hush about this when it comes in. Okay, so like, let that be a good message. Take heed to that when this thing comes in. But it doesn't have to be money. It can be something else. Maybe you're acquiring something in some way, shape, or form. Oh, it could be love. So it could be a new relationship. And I'm just hearing like, let's not go telling everybody about it just yet, okay? Protect the energy of that relationship, or take it slow, and I'm hearing mother. So I'm hearing mother with that. So somebody's gonna be maybe meeting a person, meeting like the love of their life, and just don't tell your mom just yet. Like, wait a little bit, like there's something to wait for. And then it was 11:11 on the timer right whenever I looked up there. So something about and you'll know who you are, like if it's about mom, if you've been concerned and you were like, oh, like I shouldn't tell my mom that I met this person, that I feel this way, they're not going to approve, or they're going to think differently, or they're going to try to talk me out of it, they're going to go find every flaw in this new person, then trust that, like, these cards are going to confirm what it is that's already going on with you. Like, if you have a great relationship with your mom, like, then disregard, that one's not for you. But and I'm also seeing a bit of growing up. Somebody's like graduating or something, graduating from maybe high school, graduating from college, or doing something different, bigger, next level in your life, where you're went from being in a place where you felt like there's like a level of immaturity, or like things weren't so serious, to things feeling like more serious. Take that for what you will. This could actually be in love too. Maybe it's you taking the relationship to the next level, right? Maybe we went from, we were hanging out, we were kicking it, and then now we actually have like an official title, or we just got engaged, or we set the wedding date. And there's something about just the divine timing is just not right yet to tell people about this. This could even be a pregnancy, or a new project, or a new idea that you just aren't ready to tell people about yet, and that's okay. So let's keep that private and sacred, and that's fully okay. It is okay to protect new energies when they come into your life before they fully manifested in a way that's like anchored in and safe and protected. So just pray for protection and safety around these new energies that are coming in your life swiftly. They are coming in swiftly. They are coming in fast, whether it's the money, whether it's a baby, whether it's the relationship, whether it's their new job, new car, new something. And I did hear mother around the love. Okay, so if that's you and you have the new relationship, let me know in the comments if that's you with the new relationship that you're scared to tell mom. And it's not that I'm feeling that it's okay, like it's gonna work out fine. It's just not the right timing. Like, she will accept. I feel like it's a girl too, so I feel like it's a male that has a female that he's met, and he wants to tell mom, but it's not the right time to mom. And it feels like a young energy too. And you're worried about if mom's gonna accept the girlfriend, accept the love. She will, but just in due time. Take it slow. There's a lot of, so now I'm feeling an older energy. Not older, but like maybe like 40s. Somebody who's just got a lot of thoughts, and could even be leaning towards traumas. It just feels like a lot, like some deep shit that you've been through, went through a lot of things that have a lot of thoughts and attachments and feelings attached to experiences from the past. And like that, I'm feeling that you're carrying all this into this new phase of your life. Like a lot of this stuff is kind of behind you, but you're still kind of holding on to it, and it's really time to let that go. I'm hearing grieve, 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 grieve. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go on that, because it's hindering your ability to enjoy the life that God has available for you now. Okay, it's we've got to get out of the past if you're going to be able to enjoy what's here for you in the present and what is for you and available for you in the future. Do some kind of final processing around that, but quit looking backwards. And I'm feeling, what I'm seeing in my mind is just like that, like just dropping it. Like it's like just that easy, and it doesn't feel like it's that easy, but it's just that easy is kind of what Spirit's saying right now. It's like you really can just choose to be like, you know what, I'm done now. And it's like once you decide to make up your mind that you're done now, and you're going to drop all this stuff from the past and let it go, and decide today's the day that I have a clean slate, and that I have a fresh start, and that my past doesn't define me anymore, and that all the stuff, forgive everybody from the past and all the things. And yeah, I went through some pain, but you know what? I'm done with that now. I'm done suffering over and over again in my head about the exact same things over and over and over again. I'm ready to go live like my happy life. Like I've done so many years on the planet of the baggage, and I'm just gonna leave it now. I'm gonna drop it all. That with that one decision, that you really can just very swiftly and quickly move on from that past that was painful, that was traumatic, and that was involved the suffering, and move on to your happy life. And that will like flip this upside down to where you feel like your cup is overflowing, and like your life is overflowing with abundance. And that's that fast money movement. But I feel like this is in all areas, for especially this figure that came in that was like the 40 something. I'm hearing 47 years old, and I'm feeling a male energy around that as well. So a 47-year-old male energy that is going to have an overflowing of abundance. Everything will open up for you. Like all the doors will open up for you when you drop the baggage of the past. It'll be like money, love, health, wealth, money, happiness, all the things will be available again. And it's just not been available because there hasn't been the space, because you've been holding on to things in the past. You got to make the space. You got to drop the stuff. Okay, let's see who else. What else is next? Thank you all for being here. I love having all the guests here live with me. It's super fun. Got this fire horse energy, you guys. This is going to show up differently for everybody, but it's coming for everybody. And there will be some fast movement. Fast movement. And you're going to get your happy, your peace. There's a missing piece, and you're just determined to find it. It's like, for a lot of you, possibly life is not that bad. Like things are pretty good. You've got a lot going on for you, but there is something missing, and you don't want to settle for a life where it feels like there's a hole in your heart. You don't want to settle for a life where it feels like there's a missing piece of the puzzle, or there was some unfulfilled dream, or there was the one thing on the bucket list that didn't get crossed off. Like you just want to do the full picture and vision of how you envisioned your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just because you have a lot right now, if you feel like this piece is missing, you're still feeling a lack energy. So going after that is fine, right? You can have everything in the world, and everybody from the outside looking in could be like, whoa, they've got it all together and they've got it going on, and like, look at you, you've got all the things. And you're like, But you know what? I really just always wanted to learn how to play the tuba. It was my dream to learn how to play the tuba. Never learned how to play the tuba. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go buy a tuba, and I'm learning how to play the tuba because that's my dream, and nobody would ever know if, you know, that I wasn't happy and that I secretly just want to learn to play the tuba, but me. And that's the thing. Or whatever your thing is, right? You always wanted to own a bakery. You always wanted to learn how to make your own egg rolls. I don't know. Whatever your thing is. You had a thing that you always wanted to do. And I'm feeling that it's not even like a big deal. Like, this is something that's so super achievable that will make you feel more whole and more fulfilled. So, and like, you have, like, that was the thing that just kind of made like everything click into place. So don't sleep on yourself, okay? Don't keep your eyes closed to that. Take a look at it. The thing that you are wanting to do that's going to make you feel abundant, that's going to make you feel wealthy, that's going to make you feel like proud of yourself and happy with yourself that you did it. There's a suppression, okay? So you might even be calling it depression, but there's a suppression that's happening where you're just suppressing that part of yourself. And that's why you're feeling the sadness and the what is appearing as a depression, where your life is great and you can't seem to enjoy it. So you're just kind of like shutting off this part of yourself. And to awaken that part of yourself, all you have to do is tap into that little dream, that little thing inside of you of what you always wanted to do. And I feel like it's just like a really unique thing, or maybe you think people like judge you for it. Like, yeah, I always thought it'd be cool to like get an RV and travel the country, or I always thought it would be cool to like, I love to cook, but you know, I always just wanted to like start a food truck. People might think it's dumb because I'm retired, and why would I want to go back to work after I retired and make do a food truck? Like, nobody else thinks it's a good idea. Well, screw everybody else. If you want to make your food truck, you go make your food truck. It's your life. That's what I'm hearing here. It's your life, and there's something that's going to make you feel happier and wealthier and more abundant and successful, and all those things is going to be enriching in your life to do for yourself. And that it's due time that you think about the thing for you and not how everybody else feels about it anymore. Okay, I feel like you've done a whole lot of like caretaking. So this is, and I'm feeling like somebody's even like a grandparent at this point that's hearing this message right now. I'm like you have done some caretaking, have you not? Like, you've raised your kids, you've been a grandparent to grandchildren, you've served, your role in some kind of career in the community, and I'm feeling a retirement energy around this as well. And that it's like, what's the thing that you didn't do for you yet? Because you've killed it, like you smashed it when it came to all the other things in life. But there's just this one little thing that you kind of really, really, really want to do. And you feel like you would regret it if you didn't at the end of your life. Don't let that happen, okay? Don't let that happen. And then we've got the Knight of Swords in reverse, which is funny. Be patient with the swift energy. So yes, the energy is coming in swift, but the manifestation of the energy, like, you're gonna feel it before you see it. Okay, so the wave of energy is gonna rush in. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna get excited. It's gonna be like gonna get inspired and all the stuff. But also be patient with the manifestation of the energy. It's coming. Okay, and it will come in divine time, and it's going to come in different times for everybody. Just because the wave of energy with the fire horse thing right now is coming in for everybody at the same time doesn't mean the manifestations are going to show up tomorrow in everybody's lap. All right, so this is going to start the beginning of a wave of energy that will end up in a physical manifested form. Does that make sense? This is the beginning. So it's coming in, we're receiving the energy, and then we kind of got to be patient with that and await our turn for how that comes in. And depending on what kind of like spiritual and energetic escrow you have, right, in the spiritual bank, how much you've put in to your spiritual bank account, so to speak, will depend on what manifestations you're getting at this time. And then that's also going to like if I've been wishing and praying for a new ink pen, right, that might be a little faster to manifest than if I've been praying for a mansion. So because it's probably easier to obtain a ink pen than probably a mansion, right? Is like, does that make sense? So basically the same principle, right, does apply to manifesting an ink pen that it does to manifesting a mansion, but one is super accessible and the other one might be like take builders and land and contracts and realtors, and like there's more things that are more pieces, right, to the puzzle when it comes to that. So depending on what is the thing that you've been putting out there into the universe that you want, it's going to kind of change, you know, when these get delivered for you. So don't compare your delivery of these spiritual blessings right now to other people's. So if you see, because everybody's going to be affected by this, by the way, everybody's going to be affected by this fire horse energy. So as you are watching other people get their blessings, just cheer for them, be happy for them, clap for them, be like, yes, that's awesome, and don't be like, where's mine? Just stay in like a really high vibration of gratitude, like express gratitude for other people getting their gifts, and that's going to help yours come in, maybe not faster, but you're going to feel better along the way. Okay, I'm seeing a breaking free, possibly part of the wealth vibration, and what is making you feel healthier and wealthier right now is exiting constructs. And some of you, that might be just belief system constructs. And I always go to religion when as the first example, but there's so many examples of what that could be. Just any kind of like structures of belief systems, like maybe, you know, it could be a religion, but it could be, you know, that you grew up in a certain era where everybody around you just had the certain belief systems, or in a, you know, maybe your family has certain belief systems, maybe your ethnicity, there's certain belief systems, right? Structures of belief systems that are passed down because of, and it always gets shown to me as like little containers, little boxes, where it's like, we are this, you know, us kind of people in this type of thing, we believe this, you know, where I come from, we believe this, the way I was raised in this dynamic, we believe that, you know. And religion's just one that's real, I think, easy to understand, because they are specific sets of belief systems. It could even be things, you know, you were taught in school, you know, some kind of thing, ideology that we're breaking free from. And we're ending on the Justice energy again. I think I just had this same card show up for the end of one of the other readings. And it's so funny how, like, the readings always tie together, which is kind of cool. But that's karmic justice, and that's what we're talking about right now with that emotional escrow, where what you've been putting in, the good things that you've been putting in, it's a time for that karmic return. So if you've been feeling unjustified, if you've been feeling like life isn't fair, if you've been feeling like you've been putting a lot in that bank, right? In that emotional, in that spiritual escrow, and that you're like, when is it ever gonna come back to me? All of the things that I put in, like all of the work that I've been doing, is it gonna come back to me ever? And the answer is yeah. The things that you've been praying for, same message as one of the last readings, one of my most recent readings, is the things that you've been praying for the most. Spirit says yes. And then so this is just having proper thoughts about it. You being in alignment with that yes. You being in agreement with that yes. Right? Because sometimes that's what it takes. Just like earlier there was the card with all the swords where we're I said you have to choose to drop it, right? In the world of spirit and spirit realm into God, right? The thing's already been dropped. It's already been done. It's already over with. Like whatever you want, like, is basically already done. It's like we have to get on board with it, and as soon as we agree with God's highest and best, like, potential for us and timeline for us, then that's when it all shifts and happens. We have to agree. So this is you saying yes. This is you agreeing that, yeah, I want to, what's it called? Like, not extract, but like when you go and you get to the bank, I want to take money out. There's a word for it. I would like to take money. I would like to take out of my spiritual bank account now. I want to get this money. I want to get this thing. I acknowledge what I've put in, and I acknowledge that it's mine, and I acknowledge that I want to have it now. Yes, it's mine. I request it. Cashing out. I want it now. So this is you coming into agreement. I don't know why I can't think of the word. Like, my whole brain shuts off when I'm doing readings, but it's like the opposite of a deposit. Like, we're not putting in a deposit. Somebody put it in the comments, for God's sakes. And that's all it's going to take. It's just you saying yes. You saying yes. You saying, I'm here to come get my stuff. I'm here to come get my money. Okay, I'm open to it. And then being open to it. And then so this is my deck. This is the How to Wear a Crown Divine Guidance cards. They were crafted and created from the same concepts and teachings from my book, How to Wear a Crown, A Practical Guide to Knowing Your Worth. Yeah, that's me. I just had dark hair then. As you can see, I'm naturally not blonde. So that's me on the cover. How to Wear a Crown, A Practical Guide to Knowing Your Worth. This is a life and spiritual guide. Very divine, very beautiful. I love this book. This is the one I teach with. That's why it's got tabs all in it. I wrote this from my heart and soul and put my blood, sweat, and tears into this creation. And there's a whole program that goes with it as well. And there's also merch, which I'm wearing some of. This was my original. This is my first design I ever made, you guys. The Worthy AF shirt, and this is just the crew neck shirt, but you can get it in hoodies, you can get it in tees, you can get it in tanks, I think, too. And then I did the Divine Guidance cards as like the very last part of the package. There's a journal, there's a workbook, it's a whole thing. I highly recommend you get involved and get on this journey if you have not yet. Totally worth it. Everybody that takes it loves it. I'm obsessed with it myself. It was so divinely guided and channeled, and what I really am is just honored, I think, to get to be the channel in which this creation came into the world. It's my baby. I'm obsessed with it. I love it, and I know that you'll love it too, because it is beloved by all the people that read it and take the program that goes with it, and then everybody loves merch to go with a good vibe. So our cards here are, and this is unfortunately not yet available for sale to the public. So this is the only deck of these in existence, and it is mine right now, but they will be available soon when I get them available. So keep your eyes peeled. Just go follow all my stuff, and I'll make sure to blast that out everywhere when they become available. So all of these vibes came from the book, and the one that we pulled today for this reading is the evolution of your worthiness, which is, didn't we just pull that the other day? I think we did. So the evolution of your worthiness. And basically that means you growing in the understanding of your own sense of self-worth. You understanding more and more each day your own value, and then changing your standards. And that's what we call up leveling, right? When I understand my own inherent value more deeply, then I raise my standards around what isn't available in my life anymore, what I will not tolerate, what I will not accept anymore. And then I raise my standards around what I desire and what I think I deserve to have. And then that just kind of happens over and over again until as we grow in designing our most ideal life possible. And then living in a material world, I got this one too. So this means we do, no matter how spiritual we are, right? And this makes so much sense with the money movement, money rushing in, message that we got. This one makes so much sense because no matter how spiritual we are, we do have to acknowledge that we live in a three-dimensional reality, right? And that there is three-dimensional reality things that we want to have, right? We have to have money, right? Money equates to value. Money equates to the food. Money equates to the clothes. Money equates to paying the bills. Right? We do have to have money in the three-dimensional reality. So we do have to have it. And so living in a material world becomes part of this whole program, because we cannot be a whole, entire, fulfilled, healthy, fully actualized version of ourselves if we discredit the physical body. We cannot discredit the physical body. We cannot discredit our physical reality and our desires and our needs in that physical reality. So we are allowed to have desires, and I think there's just such a silly stigma around being on a spiritual journey and being on a healing journey and trying to be high vibrational and all of these things, and then also wanting and desiring money or things in the world. So that's basically just saying, like, it is okay to want and desire things in your physical realm. And then the underlying energy here to this card is your top 5. So what that speaks to is you actually surrounding yourself with the people who will help to pull you into a better way of thinking and raise your vibration up to where you're more accepting of the things that you want and desire in the world, rather than people who drag you down or make you feel undeserving of the things that you want and desire in life. So this says, take a look at your crowd, take a look at who's around you, and are those people serving you in regards to building the dream life that you want? Because you're going to have some people that show up in your life, and when you do well, when you get things, they're secretly not happy for you. They're secretly wishing that you didn't have those things, or they're jealous of you, or they're not right. And if everybody around you how do I want to say this without sounding like an asshole? What do they say? If you feel like you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, right? You have to have, and it's perfectly okay to have people around you that you support and that you can give to, or that and to be that person that raises somebody else up. But you also have to have a crew of people that raise you up as well. If you're going to be the person that raises anybody else up vibrationally, you also have to have a crew that raises you up, right? And you probably want it to be like double, right? You want there to be more. You want the upper level to be more supportive, more robust than who than below. You want more people that you can learn from, grow from, that feed into you, that keep you filled up, than you want people pulling from you and draining of your energy. Does that make sense? Because you want to be a good giver. And if you're constantly depleted, then you can't be a good giver, you can't be a good caretaker, you can't be a good mentor, you can't be a good coach, you can't be a good any of that. So make sure that the people that you are directly not like hanging out with, but like, surrounding yourself with, influencing you. Make sure that the people, at least 5 people in your life that are your main influencers, the people who influence you the most, are people that raise your vibration up and that encourage you and that are happy for you when you make big strides, when you make movement, when you have successes, that those people are raising you up, okay? The top 5 people that you spend the most time with, you are going to be like those people, okay? So take a look around, and if you do not like the lives, if you wouldn't want to trade places with all of the people that are around you, it's time to attract a different crowd, or at least have mentorship, right? It's okay to love everybody or have people in your life that isn't their job, but consciously go find 5 mentors, right? 5 people who can be those influences in your life that you absorb from and allow to lift you. Does that make sense? Even if it's 5 YouTubers, or you have to hire them, life coaches, therapists, whatever, like, that's, I get coaching programs and I go to therapy and I do the things that I need to do to like keep myself feeling like people that know more than me are feeding into me. That's going to keep you raising up and keep you from getting in that place where people are pulling you down. Okay, and then our last energy before we wrap it up is going to be all of me loves all of you, and that just means integration of parts. So this means that, along the way we get beat up and knocked down and broken, right? Nobody gets out of earth unscathed. It's a rough and tumble kind of reality to live in, experience to sign up for a spirit. And we get knocked down sometimes and we get broken, and sometimes that comes with some separation of self or separation from our true self. And so this means putting the pieces back together, and that we do that through loving ourselves and loving all the pieces of ourselves for what they are. And then just to remind ourselves that even if we are broken or separated into pieces, that all those pieces are still there. That this is a calling and an invitation to invite all those pieces to return to you, and that you get to put them back together and become whole again. And so I always say, all of me loves all of you. So honoring that I have unintegrated parts, you have unintegrated parts inside of yourself, and that even if we're not all whole yet, which that's the end result of a healing journey, right? And so as we're on that journey, we also have to acknowledge the fact that there's going to be separated parts of ourself, and that's the work, right? Is to integrate parts of ourself into the whole. And so all of me loves all of you. So that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. All of those who joined and commented. If you want to know more about me and my work, or you're interested in the merch or the book or the program or any of the things that we talked about, it's really easy. All you got to do is go to my website, which is www.racheldgreenwell.com. It's my name, so it's pretty easy, and my name's on all my websites, and it's on this one, and you just go to that, and that's kind of the hub spot for where everything's at. Go check it out. I always say, you know how to buy stuff, you know how to use the internet. You really don't need my help if you want to get any of those things, but if you do need my help, I am here. support@racheldgreenwell.com. You can email me. And then there's a Facebook group that's free. It's called How to Wear a Crown, Up-Level Your Life and Love, Health, and Wealth. That's a really good place to go hang out and get free I put posts on there almost every single day. There's something. TikTok is fun. I love that one. Here, obviously, YouTube. We're doing these collective readings now. And I'm on Insta too. And then, so anyway, come join me on all the things. If you found value in this today, actually, if you made it this far, if you made it here, please drop me a comment and let me know that you made it to the end here with me. Comment, I don't know, comment something silly. Comment, well, we saw 111 during, so just comment 111. And if you, let's see, what else was I gonna say? If you made it to the end, comment 111. Oh, like and subscribe. If you found value in this today, if any of this felt meaningful to you today, like and subscribe. If you hated it, like and subscribe. If you like and subscribe, then you know that it's gonna pop up and like do a little bell thingy so it pops up and tells you notifications, and it'll be like, hey, it's time to hang out with Rachel, and you'll be like, cool. And then we'll hang out together for a little while, and we'll have a cool reading, and it'll be fun. We'll do it again. And otherwise, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. I didn't get on yesterday because it was Valentine's Day. I was just kind of enjoying my own Valentine's Day. So happy belated Valentine's Day. And happy Fire Horse energy that's rushing in for everybody. I hope you get all of your heart's desires. And I am personally sending you so much love. And there is 3 things that I want every single person who enters any of my spaces to know when they exit. And that is that you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are full of potential. So say it with me. Say, I am worthy, I am powerful, and I am full of potential. Did you say it out loud? Did you actually say it? If you didn't do it, then do it. Actually do it. Say, I am worthy. I'll wait. Say, I am powerful. Say, I am full of potential. And claim it in the comments below. Write it in the comments. I am worthy, I am powerful, I am full of potential. Because it is true, true, true. And God loves you, and I love you. I love you so much. And say it back. Say, I love you. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out.